Hi, we're Joel and Lia.
And this video is stereotypes that British people have about Americans.
Debunked. So we've taken inspiration from a website called Matador Network, and this is listing some stereotypes that we Brits have about Americans, but based on this article and our own experiences, we know that lots of these stereotypes aren't actually true.
So we're going to
discuss
debunk
it.
them.
We're going to debunk them.
them.
Consider yourself debunked.
Right, the article calls it like busted, and we were like, what's a more Joel and Lia word for that?
Yeah.
Debunked.
Debunked. So the first stereotype is that all Americans love McDonald's.
Wrong. They love Wendy's, In-N-Out Burger,
Chick-fil-A, Whataburger.
Jack in the Box.
No, well, that might be true, but that's a stereotype as well. Not just McDonald's, but they love all fast food. And it's probably because it stemmed from America. Loads of these brands that we just mentioned are all American brands.
Yeah, and also, it's not that people love that food. It's that's what's so readily available, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just like, well, what other choice is there, really?
I know,
it's like
it's
fast
true.
food everywhere.
Fast food all over the place. But saying that, there is also a whole wide variety of, like, types of food, genres of food. Like, you guys have, like, amazing Mexican food. You have amazing, like, Lebanese food, Thai food. There's so many different foods in America that I think we Brits just go, fast food is America. But actually, it's a whole load of different things.
Yeah, definitely. And, like, some of the best food might be out of, like, a van or something.
Yeah, like
a
street
food. But, yeah, certainly all Americans love McDonald's. Yeah. Not true.
Brits need to stop saying that. We love McDonald's.
Yeah. We would probably say before, like, Americans love McDonald's and they love making it bigger, better, larger. And I know a lot of their portion sizes are bigger.
Yeah. But still, we're learning. We're learning more about America.
Okay, next stereotype is that Americans are lazy and they drive everywhere.
I guess it is true that Americans do drive everywhere and they have huge cars, loads of gas, loads of fumes, loads of pollution.
Yeah.
But they kind of need to. We've experienced that. You can't not have a car.
I know. Like, we were just like, the supermarket's only, it's only a 10-minute walk away. So we walk there from where we're staying in Austin to the supermarket, and we just find ourselves walking along a motorway. Yeah. Like, we're literally just walking along this massive main road.
And sometimes a pavement will or a sidewalk will just come to an end, and you're like,
the sidewalk's finished.
What am I supposed to do?
It's actually not really an option to just walk everywhere.
And so, like Leah said, before knowing much about America, we would have just been like, you guys are lazy, you don't walk anywhere. But now we know, actually, that's not the case.
You just can't. You just can't.
And it's so spread out, like, everywhere. There's so much space in America.
I was listening to a podcast, and a girl was saying, she's an actress and comedian. She had, like, a meeting in LA. She had two meetings, and they were only 20 minutes walk apart from each other. And she was like, just walk. And, like, the people she was around were like, that is outrageous. She was like, I'm just going to walk it. Got her maps out on her phone and was walking in the heat, like the hottest day ever, along this, basically motorway on the side of the road, and people were just like, what is...
You're mental.
Yeah, you're mental, just get an Uber.
I mean, we do love walking, but it's because we just assume that it would be like it is in England. Yeah. Really pedestrian friendly, nice normal weather, not extremes of weather. I
just love London, like, and that if you are walking from one place to the next, everywhere's just like, you can.
You just can.
Yeah, like we got an email from someone saying, I've hired a car and I'm going to London. Like, and we literally, it wasn't an email, it was actually on a live stream.
Yeah, on a live stream.
And I think we were like, just take the car back.
Yeah, just return the car. You don't need it. Yeah. It's the opposite. When we go to America, everyone's like, you need a car. And we're like, no,
we don't.
It's the opposite way. Americans are like, we need a car. And we're like, no, honestly, you don't.
No.
So that's that one. Debunked.
Debunked.
So the other stereotype that all Brits have, we've said it before, is that all Americans are super, super, super patriotic. And they're all like, America first, America first.
I don't really know if I can debunk that, because I feel like a lot of them that we've met are.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So I might have to agree. I know, we can't say that everyone is one thing. There's not one thing that everyone will agree on ever. No. But I would say majority are.
I think that, like, this article explains it as well, and I think loads of Americans are, and they are a lot more patriotic than Brits are.
Yeah.
But there are loads of Americans that are just really interested in other countries, especially because most Americans came from other countries. Yeah. But they're all interested in learning about cultures. Like, 86% of people who subscribe to this channel are Americans. So clearly they have an interest in British culture or what British people think about America. Like, it's not just that they're obsessed with America. There are lots of Americans who love other cultures and want to connect with their German roots, with their Irish roots, whether they're Dutch or whether they're...
Yeah, that's so true,
They are actually a bit more diverse than we think.
Yeah, we're not just like America and nowhere else. They're like, America's great, but also... So are many other places, and they're willing to like learn about other places like that. Whereas Brits are maybe a little bit more ignorant to other places. They're like, oh, we live in an amazing country. Everywhere else is just a nice holiday.
I know, literally. And because we live so close to Europe, I know lots of Americans that are like, you're so lucky that you can just like nip to Europe, like nip into France or Germany or Spain, and
we are very
Brits
lucky.
don't really do that ever. Like, I don't remember the last time I went to Europe really.
Oh, really?
It was Paris, probably.
No way.
Probably.
Wow.
But like we definitely don't go as often as like
as often as we could. I mean, the other week I got like a £38 flight return to Mallorca in Spain.
That's
so
amazing.
We took it, and like I always look out for cheap flights to Cyprus because in like the colder months it's so cheap to go out there and see family and stuff. So I know we could probably take advantage of it more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Considering you can get to France from London in like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like, that's
it's
insane.
Pretty good, yeah. So the next stereotype is that Americans are really, really friendly, talkative and loud. And the article puts loud in capital letters so that you can hear how loud they are. And I don't know, I think we've met a lot of talkative Americans, but they're certainly not all super friendly, loud and talkative.
Yeah, that's definitely just, again,
that is a
just
stereotype.
Because, in Texas, there are times that we would sometimes get into an Uber and they would just be like, not up for it at all. But then other times you get in and they would overshare.
Yeah.
You literally just, there was one woman, bless her, that we got in and just like, hey, and she's like, are you going here? And we're like, yeah. And she's like, how are you? And we're like, yeah, good, thanks. How are you? And she's like, fine, sorry, I'm choking. It wasn't her crying. Fine. She was like, I'm fine. I just dropped my daughter at the hospital. She's going through a really tough time, but like splurged all of this stuff on us, and we were like, that's not something you really share with strangers. Not in the UK anyway.
Yeah, she was like, oh, my husband works here, and he's going to drive 4 hours to go and pick her up. Like, she was just talking at us, and as a stranger, I just didn't care.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? Yeah, but I think it's just the same. Stereotypes exist for a reason, but at the same time, you can't stereotype anything because Americans are just as different as Brits. Yeah,
definitely. But I'm trying to think of anyone else that we met that's just absolutely not friendly at all.
Not really in Texas. I don't think there's anyone super not friendly in Texas.
Majority of people were super friendly.
Yeah, I think New York obviously was a lot more unfriendly.
Oh my gosh, like that guy in the deli shop. He was so brutal. I was like, is that... the bagel shop.
Yeah.
I just remember being like, you're the rudest person I've ever had to deal with whilst trying to buy a bagel. It was so rude.
So funny.
I was like, which one's this and which one's this? And he just point. And I was like, and then what's the difference in getting that and that? And he's like... And I was like, okay, did you just like huff and puff? Like, this is your job. Bad. Like, speak to me.
Well, I think those are the only ones that we're going to discuss today.
Yeah, let us know if you want a part 2 of this, and we'll have a think about a few more. If you want to check out the article, we'll make sure we link it below.
Yeah.
And if you like this video, do all the things. Subscribe, like, comment. Notifications on.
Yeah, click the bell. That means you'll get a notification every time that we post a video, so you're not having to go looking for our videos. It will pop up on your device and be like, Joel Lia uploaded thrice weekly. Yeah, and there's lots of exciting things coming soon to this channel. We're really excited this year for it to sort of take off a bit, and we'll go travelling, and we'll keep, like, basically the Texas series, we'll want to replicate it.
In lots of other places, yeah. So, fingers crossed for that, guys. Let's just put out all the good vibes. And
have a good week. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.